So, Luke, you've never owned a business before. You didn't have any gutter experience, but you managed to bill over $1 million in your first calendar year. And we just want to acknowledge some of the stuff that you've done. You have great crews. You have great leadership. Your first salesperson wasn't the best person for the job, and you worked through that. Like you said, it wasn't easy the first 6 months. Nothing was necessarily easy. It was all there. It was all stuff you could follow. But man, oh man, your leadership, the way you care about your people, you've got steady workflow, steady growth. I mean, how did you get there? It's awesome.
No, thank you so much. Hiring the right people in the beginning, people that like knew, because I didn't have a building, I didn't have shirts, I didn't have business cards, I didn't have a company truck, and I got 3 people before any of that, before I even went to New York for training to commit to helping me start this. And so I think being able to like, I had a laptop and I showed them the website, and I was like, I'd done at that point the competitive analysis that you have to do before you start, and I just did heaps and heaps of research, and I was like, I just knew it was possible, and I knew it was more than possible. I knew that it was ridiculous that it hadn't already been done, and so, but getting those people that had that same passion, drive, and saw the same vision that I had. And then making sure that they stayed there. When times got tough, when we were struggling to, really just do the day-to-day stuff, just sitting down and taking a deep breath and being like, hey, let's just come back to why we're doing this. And let's realize and remember how it's going to be and where we're going to go. Let's focus on that. And I've always been kind of a positive person anyway. My wife, it's a good thing about a marriage, right? You guys play off of each other and you make yourself better in certain areas. There's times that I would tell Hannah, I was like, hey, when something happens, you immediately go negative. Let's start positive. Let's start at the top. And if we have no other option, it's okay to be negative. But don't go there first. Like, let's go to the top first. Let's go positive first and let's figure it out from there. So and then the more you talk about stuff like that with your team or your staff and your installers, the more that they feel like that, and that plays out really well in the field when they come up to rotten fascia or an angry customer, let's not go negative. Let's start at the top. And if we have no other option, that's okay. But so I think maintaining that and really trying to foster that and cultivate that on top of everything else in the manuals and the example that I saw in New York, I think has really led to all that happening. And also taking risks. Being able to call other franchise owners, and be like, ooh, I don't know, Nathan. He's like, just throw some money at it. I don't have, okay, let's do it, and then just being ready to.
I love it.
Sweating a lot.
So you kind of hit on a few things there. I'll recap. Like a lot of even like new franchisees, they kind of want the building, they want the shirts, they want the business cards before they feel like they can build a team. And you're saying the complete opposite. You're like, I could only show them the website, but what people might miss right there, and I hope they don't, is you showed them vision. You showed them what they can be, what it's going to be. You got them excited. As a leader, as somebody that's going to do something amazing, you got people to buy into that. And I thought that was pretty much, it's incredible because so many people want to, when you come and you look at New York or you come and you go to Nathan's facility, it's like, well, shoot, if I had all that, people would be lining up at the door to work here. So I just love that you grabbed that vision part of it, which we do, preach a lot of, and got people to take the journey. It's awesome.
Well, people, if you get them like that, instead of all the, the wrapped trucks and the nice shirts with correct embroidery and like all that stuff, like if you get them without that, they're going to be around for a long time. They're going to be sold out to it. They're going to be bought into it.
That's awesome.
They're going to have ownership over it.
They also see that what you say is, you cast the vision, they buy into it, and they believe you. But then, the actions speak louder than the words that you even sowed into them, because they see the results of what you're doing and the growth. They see that second truck and that other machine. They see a bigger, better office where you're having meetings, and you go from you may be a plastic table and little folding chairs to something really nice with cushions on it. It's just all those little things, that people see, and that makes them, that builds the trust. And you've certainly accomplished that with your team right out of the gate. And even now, as your team has gotten bigger, you know, your word means everything to them, because they know that you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do.
That's awesome. Please subscribe to our podcast and stay updated and grow with the bros.